Hey guys, I'm Dr. Mark Christopher. I'll be your professor for ED 504 for the spring 2 term. Just want to do a quick introduction video, introduce myself, talk a little bit about this course and some things that I think you should go ahead and be looking forward to, as well as a few tips that I found to help me. So let's just jump right into it. So for ED 504, Techniques of Educational Research, this class is going to start looking at the steps involved in doing a research project or proposal centered around education. And so, if you have a background on this, a lot of this will be familiar. I'm going to assume a lot of you haven't really done a lot of research in education yet. So, this is going to be an introduction. But there's a lot of resources in this class to help you. And then also, always reach out to me if you have questions. When you look at the course syllabus, my email is on there. My personal cell phone number is on there. I do have a full-time job, just like most of you guys do in education. So if I don't answer, leave me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay. So just a quick introduction. This is my 21st year in education. During my time, I've held a lot of different roles. I started out as a high school math teacher and coach. I was a guidance counselor. Then I became an assistant principal. I was very fortunate to serve as a principal for many years within our system. I learned a lot during that process, and I'm currently a supervisor of accountability for my school district. And so data research. I spent a lot of time working in that. I do come from a family of educators. I went into the field because my mom was a teacher, and I just really looked up to her and what she did, and saw how hard she worked for students. My wife is also a teacher. She teaches middle school English. So for any middle school teachers out there, God bless you. And also, an interesting thing about me, I completed all of my graduate school work here at the University of West Alabama. I had a wonderful experience. I had many great professors along the way. I would I was one of the first cohorts to get our doctoral degrees at West Alabama, which was a great process. It was challenging, but I'm very glad I went through it. So if anybody's thinking about that and you want some information, please reach out, or just want to talk about my experiences and some things that maybe I wish I'd known going into it to help me along the way. All right, let's talk ED 504. Okay. First thing, look at the course essentials. The course syllabus is there, the course schedule is there. You need to download these things and start reading them right away. Okay. This class has 5 modules of work, but please do not think of it as 5 weeks of assignments. A lot of your courses through UWA, each module is a week, and that's just kind of how you work through it. That's not necessarily the case for ED 504, and I'll get a little more into that in just a second. The big part of this course is your signature project stage 1. Okay, there's a few assignments related to it, but those assignments account for 70% of your grade. That's the bulk of it. The other 30% comes from some quizzes and some other little tasks you have to do that I don't think will take you a lot of time. But this signature project is going to take a lot of time. If you're going to do it justice and you're going to do well and get a good grade, it's going to take a lot of time. You need to start thinking and working on it now. Okay. I want to give you a couple things to think about and look at. There's a lot of resources in this class embedded within the modules. You need to start going through all of the modules right away. Again, don't think of each module as a week of assignments. Even though this may be the first week of class, you need to go through all 5 modules and look at the resources there. Look what you're going to have to do and turn in later in the course, because it's going to take some time. Part of this class, some of these assignments, if you wait till the week it's due, I just don't think you're going to be able to get it done. I don't think you're going to be able to do it justice. Maybe you can, maybe that's your style. I don't recommend it at all. I think you need to go ahead and look ahead. So here's a couple things I think you should look at right away. In Module 2, there's tips for selecting your research topic. There's also a list of possible research topics. You do not have to pick something that's on that list. If there's something else that's important to you or that you have a heavy interest in, please select it. There's some guides in there you need to think about. You need to be able to measure. You need to be able to do research and collect data, but you also got to do it in a timely manner. Okay, so go ahead and be looking at that. In Module 4, there's a research proposal outline. That's going to be very important that you stick to that outline. And there's also a sample of a good one from a previous student who did a great job. And then a big one is the sample of a good final submission of the signature project, stage 1. You need to look at that. Okay. You're going to see that that is a big document. There is a lot in there. It's a research paper. Okay. 4 or 5 pages is not going to cut it. 10 pages ain't going to cut it. You need to look at that so you can see what's going to be expected of you and be working on it. If you wait until the fourth week of class to open that up, I think you're going to struggle. In Module 5, there's some consent form templates. There's permission to conduct a study sample letter that you're more than welcome to use or create one after you, because that's very important when you're doing research. One, you got to have permission, and depending on who you're working with, you need a consent form. You'll actually attach those in the appendices of your final project. Okay. And then this last thing, I want this video to stay fairly short. Some tips of success that I found working through my graduate level work. Read through everything. Week 1, you have several tasks you have to do for this class within week 1, which may sound like, man, I've got to do I got to do 3, 4, 5 things week 1 already, and you want me to read through everything else too. I do. I think that's what's going to set you up for success. And then the second thing, stay ahead. Again, don't think of this as weeks of assignments. You have due dates. You got to stick to those. If it's late, points are coming off. Okay. We've got to stick to our schedule, but you need to be thinking and working ahead. One interesting thing about spring too, I want you to think about is spring break is going to occur for most of you during this term. Spring break is usually a great week to sit down and get a lot of assignments done in a class, and that could be true here. But spring break's also going to be a very difficult week for you to collect data and conduct research. So you need to think ahead on that. And then the last thing, guys, do not wonder, ask. I'm always available. Send me an email, phone call. If we need to do a Zoom and set up to go through a research topic or look at some things, I'm happy to do it. But just reach out to me. Contact. I don't want you sitting at home spinning your wheels, wondering what to do. Reach out and ask. I'm here to help. Thank you, guys. I'm looking forward to this term. Looking forward to getting to know a little bit about each of you and seeing what type of research topics you come up with. And just again, I'm here to support you. Let me know if I can help. Thank you.